Fairclough is here with the markets getting a little bit anxious, really, about where the US economy is going, aren't they?
Absolutely, Stuart. Good morning again. In about 36 hours from now, we'll have a better idea about where it's going when Ben Bernanke is due to give us perhaps another big hint about another big stimulus program for the US economy. Markets a little bit nervous about all that right now. You can see there, those are the numbers at the opening bell for the European exchanges, all around 0.5% or so off. That's despite the fact that the Chinese Prime Minister, while hosting Angela Merkel, the German Chancellor, says China is still interested and still investing in Europe. The Asian markets, again, another day of red there, with the Nikkei off by around 0.5%. Some weak retail data in Japan not really helping things. And Stuart, just while we're talking markets, I'll mention Vivendi, the French media company, results out this morning, 16% off to 1.5 billion euros. It's SFR, that's Vivendi's mobile phone operator, once again taking a battering at the hands of Free. We talked yesterday about Bouygues, another mobile phone operator, also suffering because of that new competition from Free. But worth noting as well, Vivendi talking about Universal Music Group, its music subsidiary, optimistic that it can buy out Britain's EMI record label. That was, of course, and still is the home of the Beatles.
Exactly, very true. OK, here's a few other stories for you in the business world. And the European Central Bank has hinted again that it's preparing a multi-billion programme to help bring down the borrowing costs of Italy and Spain. ECB President Mario Draghi said exceptional measures are justified to maintain Eurozone stability. But key German figures oppose intervention, fearing the ECB is becoming too caught up in the debt crisis.
Barclays has appointed a new chief executive from inside the UK bank. Anthony Jenkins replaces Bob Diamond, who was forced to quit over the rate rigging scandal. His appointment was made as the Serious Fraud Office investigates £5 billion of emergency capital that Barclays received from Qatari investors during the 2008 financial crisis.
And Gazprom has abandoned one of its most potentially lucrative gas fields because it's too expensive to drill. The Russian energy giant has postponed the Stockman project in the Arctic. The field is believed to hold enough natural gas to meet global demand for a whole year, but it remains untapped due to its depth and difficult surroundings.
I was just looking at the spelling of Stockman there. Could have been unfortunate, but Stuart aced
Just
it.
about got that.
As always. Let's talk gadgets for a moment. Samsung, the South Korean phone maker, of course, at that storm and that defeat at the hands of Apple over that mighty patent battle in the United States. Its share price off a little bit this Thursday morning. Came out with something of a surprise model that surprised a lot of techies at a Berlin fair yesterday. These are images of its latest phone, a new Windows model. Crucial, this one, Stuart, because Windows, of course, was not embroiled in this patent battle. Windows is not Android, not Google, nothing to do with this whole thing. And that's partly what Samsung are trying to do with their comeback in the wake of that court battle, issuing very quietly a new phone that uses Windows' latest 8 operating system that's due to be unveiled pretty soonish.
OK, looks interesting stuff, doesn't it? And it's called a...
It's not very snappy, actually. It's ATIVS. It's not really, it doesn't want not one that rolls off the tongue. The advantage of this, as I say, is that obviously it's got nothing to do with Android and all these patents that got Samsung in trouble. The disadvantage, well, nobody's really using Windows Phone. They're not big sellers. The only company that is really using them is Nokia, and that's perhaps the company that stands to lose the most. It's had Windows pretty much to itself for the last couple of years or so, and in fact it is due to unveil a new model to its successor to its Lumia model in the next week or so. So it's had the rug pulled from under its feet somewhat by Samsung stealing an early March.
Owen, thank you very much. The Friday team is here tomorrow. It's very confusing, isn't it? But if you're here in Europe, it's Friday tomorrow. And we're back with the normal full edition of the programme on Monday morning. So join us for that if you can. Owen, thank you very much. Sport next.